A new report is out saying that Donald Trump has stolen billions of dollars from Americans and is part of a really vast money laundering scheme that, to me, for any other president, it would have been impeachment territory stuff, but it's just another day in America. And while that's happening, I just want to show you real quick this clip because I was beside myself. I don't watch Morning Joe anymore. I think I used to during the election cycle. Let me know if you still watch, but this is one reason why I don't, because something switched, something flipped with them. And here they are agreeing with Trump about his authoritarian moves of putting military into blue majority cities.
I actually think that J.B. Pritzker should do something radical. I think he should pick up the phone, call the president, and say, you know and I know you don't have the constitutional authority to deploy the National Guard here and to police my. You can do that in D.C., you can't do that in Chicago. But let's partner up. These are the most dangerous parts of my state. We would love to figure out how to have a partnership that's constitutional, that respects the sort of balance of federalism between the federal government and the state government. And let's work together to save lives.
It's just so embarrassing at this point. It's so embarrassing. That's not some sort of brilliant genius move to normalize Donald Trump's desire to be a fascist dictator. Point blank. And I cannot believe that these people still have a show when all they do is try to normalize Donald Trump. It's a real shame that they're like this. And this is why I don't watch. Because they're saying, hey, J.D. Pritzker, why don't you just do the thing Donald Trump wants to do that's illegal and unconstitutional, instead of talking about the stuff that we're going to talk about here, which is that Donald Trump has taken $5 billion from crypto. The President of the United States is making so much money off of you and me. Here's Fox Business kind of aghast at all of it.
The Trump family just launched a brand new cryptocurrency. It is called WLFI. Laura, how much has the Trump family itself accumulated of this? How much?
Yeah, for World Liberty Financial and the Wall Street Journal says it's $5 billion. So this coin, WLFI, is currently the 33rd largest coin by market cap, about $6 billion worth, according to CoinGecko. The family holds about a quarter of the tokens out there. They can't sell them, but now that the token has launched on the public markets, we have a valuation for it. The Wall Street Journal says this token is the family's most valuable asset, exceeding their property portfolio.
But they can't sell those tokens. They can't do it.
No.
Not yet.
Not yet. Correct. Not yet.
My goodness me. $5 billion?
Eye-popping numbers. He is the crypto president, the first one ever. Yeah. A lot of crypto-friendly legislation regulation.
What it amounts to is it's crypto-friendly legislation coming from the President of the United States, who is in turn cashing in on the crypto phase. Personally, his family.
Conflict of interest. They say no, but that's how it appears.
That's true.
Huge conflict of interest. And frankly, I don't know, does it piss you off? It pisses me off a lot because I have no problem with people making money and making lots of money. There's nothing wrong with that, in my opinion. But for the President of the United States to make decisions, he is in that job, President of the United States is in that job, ideally, to make decisions to make your life better, to make my life better, to protect us from enemies, to govern. And we have a president who sees the Oval Office as a cash grab. And he is making it, and as a leader of the country, whether you like it or not, most people look up to the president, or they see what the president does, and they say, well, if he can do that, I can do that. And so what he's doing also is legitimizing grift. And so people might not be doing it at the extreme levels he is, but we are creating a system now where it's no longer fairness that rules, but it's what can I get at the expense of you. It's a shame. Anyways, he's also done some insider trading, but it's not billions and billions of dollars, so no one cares about it. But here's this report.
Since January, the president's bought more than $100 million worth of corporate and municipal bonds. That is according to filings from the Office of Government Ethics. This kind of active trading by a president is unprecedented. It means Donald Trump stands to benefit or suffer losses, depending on how these bonds perform. But these bonds include banks, and they include companies, and they include local governments that are literally directly impacted by the decisions that Donald Trump is making in the White House. Tim, is this classic Donald Trump? You are extremely familiar with how this gentleman works as a businessman.
It is. Well, it's not even Donald Trump working as a businessman. It's Donald Trump working as an insider trader. It's Donald Trump in a position to influence the interest rates that determine the value of the bonds he's buying. It's that simple. The other thing is, it is a drop in the bucket. The $100 million in bonds he bought is a drop in the bucket in terms of the grift that's going on in the White House around cryptocurrencies. His net worth, I think, jumped by more than $2.5 billion based on paper, but it's on cryptocurrency assets he holds at a time when his family had absolutely no experience in the business before he became president. It's a product that he disparaged as a scam before he became president.
Yep. And here's just a little bit more of this crypto grift.
The Trump family's crypto firm announced a $1.5 billion digital coin deal, another investment in a venture that's already raked in millions for President Trump and his family. But crypto is just one of many ways the First family is making money. There are merch sales, a meme coin, social media platform, of course, real estate projects in the Middle East. It's a dizzying number of deals that leave a huge question. Quote, the number. How much is President Trump pocketing off the presidency? That is
too much. He shouldn't be pocketing anything. Trump has doubled his net worth to over $5 billion in the last 6 months. How much have you made in the last 6 months? Has your net worth gone up? Can you even consider yourself to have a net worth? I remember when I was literally making just enough money to survive from week to week. The idea of a net worth didn't even compute. So even talking like that, you have to be at a certain level of income to think about, well, how much do I own and how much am I worth? Like, most people don't have a net worth. They just make enough to get by and they don't own anything. But this guy, at the expense of you, has now increased what he's worth by $5 billion in just 6 months. But I don't know, maybe he's gonna give you a rebate on the tax he's giving all of us through his tariffs. That's really nice. Now, here is actually, it's too long. This is a 9-minute clip. But here's Rep. James Comer. I'm gonna tell you what he said. Here are the highlights. Joe Biden received a $40,000 check originating from China. Joe Biden also received a $200,000 check from James Biden.
Okay.
$40,000, $200,000. First of all, I don't even know what those things were for. If Joe Biden was receiving money because of access, that's not okay. I can say that because I'm not in a cult. But it's literally pennies. It's fractions of pennies in comparison to what Donald Trump is doing. They know it's wrong. They're just too scared to say it. Or they're thinking, well, it's wrong and I want to be wrong too, if it means I can make hundreds of millions of dollars. I'm just going to say it. It's one reason why I'm so pissed off at Democrats who have engaged in stock trading. It made us harder for all of us to say that this is bad. I just think it's abhorrent and it shouldn't happen in the United States of America. And whoever becomes president next, if we are as lucky as I hope we can be for that person to be a Democrat, they have to run on an anti-corruption platform, and they must go after each and every crook that is making money in this era at the expense of you and the expense of me. Let's keep following this. If you want to hit like in the video, it means so much. It does make a difference. If you're not subscribed, I would really love for you to hit that subscribe button. It's free, costs you nothing. It's not worth $5 billion. It is free, and it does help me. And I'll see you next time. Bye.